Oh, well, all right, y'all. So, welcome back to Love. Welcome back to the Love 24 Hours here, where we review content that could either brighten or enlighten your day. All right, you guys. So, yes, I don't have anything for you guys today. Just make sure you remember to follow me on Facebook or join the group on my website because we're going to start a community over there for like-minded individuals. So, yeah, but other than that, I don't have anything for you guys today. So, let's just, without further ado, jump into the video.
How would you define love?
When you truly love somebody, truly, here's the thing about love. Love is unconditional. That's the first thing I want to say.
Is it really?
Love is unconditional. If it's conditions on it, it ain't love. It's a contract. And that's okay if both of you agree on those terms. She may agree. We have a pleasure contract. We got an economic contract where you're going to take care of me. And as long as you take care of me, I'm going to be your woman. The Puff Daddy arrangement. You feel me? That works for some people. No, you have women like that. You have men like that.
Right.
I'm going to floss you up. And as long as I floss you up, you're going to be loyal to me. But that's a contract. That's not love. Contracts are different from love. Why? Contracts are conditional.
Right.
Love is unconditional. If I love my queen, what if she comes home one day and say, hey, baby, I don't want to work this. I don't want to be a lawyer no more. But if I only married her because I like the way her law degree looks on Dr. Umar in public, you see how this goes? She's changing. But if I love her, okay, baby, that's what you don't want to do. You want to go into something else? Let's do it. Love is, when you love somebody, you are 100% unapologetically and unconditionally committed to that person's best interest, even if it is to your loss. What if your fiance come home and say, listen, babe, I had a long conversation with my ex-husband. I never thought I would look at this again, but we left a lot on the table together. I enjoyed the time we had. I think that man might still be my soulmate. I got to move on. I might still hurt because I loved her, right? But if that love is true, if you feel that's who you meant to spend the rest of your life with, I gotta love you and want the best for you. Most of us cannot do that. What we call love is limited to your investment in me. You see that?
Yeah.
Anytime they step outside of the box we created for them, we get angry because that was not love. You had conditions on it. Your woman gained 20 pounds. Now you're going to divorce her. You say, if you gain another 20 pounds, this marriage is over. That was not love. That was a contract because it had conditions. If I love that woman unconditionally, whether she gained 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds, I'm not going nowhere. Now, we might need to have a conversation about her health because I want you around for our children to get married. You understand? Right. But there's no such thing as ending a relationship because you stepped outside of my perfect box if you loved her. Love is unconditional. And most of what we got in the Black community are contracts disguised as loving relationships.
I'm not a clone. I'm not a clone. I know a lot of people were saying I was cloned out there.
Okay, Jamie Foxx, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if you guys have seen him accept this award. I'm not saying he is a clone. Take a look and observe for yourself. And you be the judge.
I've been through something. I've been through some things. You know, it's crazy. I couldn't do that 6 months ago. I couldn't actually walk. I'm not a clone. I'm not a clone. I know a lot of people were saying I was cloned out there. Boy, y'all ain't shit.
That's a clone. That ain't no goddamn James. That's a clone.
Okay, so let's zoom in and take a look at his hands here. You'll notice when he speaks about cloning, his hands gets real fidgety.
I'm not a clone. I'm not a clone. I know a lot of people were saying I was cloned out there.
Now, we can dismiss this as a joke or dismiss this as nothing, but proof is right there. He got real nervous when speaking about cloning. So let's continue.
So it feels good to be here. I cherish every single minute now. It's different. You know, it's different. You know, it's beyond. I wouldn't wish what I went through on or my worst enemy, because it's tough when it's almost over, when you see the tunnel. I saw the tunnel, I didn't see the light. It was hot in that tunnel too. I don't know where I was going. Shit, am I going to the right place? I just seen the devil going, come on, nigga. It's when we were in Chicago and I was trying to get myself together and no one knew where I was. No one knew what was going on. And I had to go to this facility so I could work out a little bit. I was checking me in because I had my face covered, you know, because I didn't want nobody to know. And at one point she says, well, baby, I'm going to have to see your face if I'm going to have to sign you in here. Now, I run a tight ship in here, baby. I'm going to have to see your face. No, black women don't give a shit. They're like, I need to see his face. And I took the mask down and she saw me. She said, Lord, she said, Lord have mercy, Jesus. And I knew that gave me an indication that once I did get out of all of this, I was gonna be all right. But I have a new respect for life. I have a new respect for my art. And I don't want to sound like, oh, this is gonna happen to you and shit, be careful. You know, it's not that. It's just when you realize that it could be over like that, I just gotta, your grandmother used to say, testify. Because as I got out from under what I'm going through, you know, the powers that be, and you know, your grandmother say the devil is busy trying to shape and form my perception, man. Y'all, it's a fantastic journey. It was a fantastic journey.
This whole, like,
You're a Satanist.
very confident Satanism thing is like, I'm sorry, when the did I say that I was a Satanist?
Right.
When did I ever say anything, or even go marching outside the church talking about, no. When the fuck did I say that? Anyway.
She can't be serious.
She the devil, she a bad little, she a rebel.
She can't be serious.
I'm a demon lord, fall off.
She can't be serious. The scary part is people who worship her will see her saying that and believe her. Even though she called herself a demon, even though she called herself the devil, they'll call this art. Those people are in a full state of delusion. Those people are in the matrix. They are inside of a bubble that they call the world. They don't understand the invisible spiritual aspects that go on inside the world. And listen, once upon a time, Doja was not that tainted. Once upon a time, she was a regular girl trying to make it in Hollywood. But then she made it in Hollywood. Masonic birthday cakes, wicked contracts. Did y'all realize how fast and big Doja Cat blew up? Did I not tell y'all there are certain contracts before you passed a certain level? Now how did she get there so fast? Let me show y'all a video of her shape-shifting. What in the world is that? Play it again. How much do people actually need to see before they start believing? What is that? I showed y'all a video of Beyonce shape-shifting. Now you have one of Doja Cat. This is a live video recording. Y'all starting to see these people for who they actually are and who they actually represent? Or y'all still acting like your eyes are closed? They used to hide it, but nowadays they're showing you right in front of your face. They are not hiding it anymore. You have no excuse anymore. They are showing you the rituals right in front of our face, right on music videos. They used to hide things in music videos, and when people would call it out, people would call those people conspiracy theorists. Guess what, people? No more hiding. Dodo putting it all the way out there on a silver platter for you to see. You step into your own judgment when you look at things like this and you don't believe it. When you look at things like this and you continue to feed your soul with it, your eyes and your ears are portals. She's putting it right in front of your face. If you continue listening to this, you deserve what you get.
It feels like it's a bunch of like 7-year-olds being like, hey Doja, did you send your soul? And then they run as fast as they can away from me.
starts snickering in the corner.
Once she starts to get questioned, she wants to put it off as art. Don't be somebody so in delusion that you believe that. Listen, there's a lot of art that you can do. A lot of art that isn't demonic. A lot of art that isn't representing the devil. When you do stuff like this, you do not fear God. You do not take God seriously. And when you listen to people like this, you do not take God seriously. It's time to come out of the place of deception, people. The more you look at this and listen to it, the more you are coming into agreement with it. And the more your soul is being damaged. Come out of the deception, people. Get right with God. Come out of the deception.
Come down the stairs, then yeah, just you be my model. And then under the stairs, we knocked it through. Don't make noises! And then you look through the hole. It is just a fucking staircase. What the fuck?
For context purposes, this lady bought a 200-year-old house, okay? And somehow, some way, she found a whole other house underneath her house. And instead of letting bygones be bygones, she decides to continue trying to figure out what this other house is. Just look.
Secret room.
Mind you, this extra house underneath her house is not on any of the floor plans. It's not on the deed, and that's very suspicious because why wouldn't you put that on there? Why? Because everybody knows the more square footage, the more amenities, the more money you can get for a house. So sis decides that she's going to continue to go down the rabbit hole.
Take your weapon of choice.
Oh, you're gonna. Oh. I thought you were gonna do that, yeah.
So she gets into this room, right? This other part of her house. And then now I guess they want to open it up. And as she should, I'm not blaming this homeowner because this is like a lot of square footage. And if she could successfully, I'm guessing in her head, renovate this area, then she would be adding equity to her house. The problem is that this was sealed off for a reason and never was supposed to even be reopened. Why? Additionally, they finally found the entrance and it had like wood or cement over the door. And then underneath it, it is blocked off again. If your ancestor spirit guides ain't telling you to leave shit alone, leave it alone. Because none of this is making sense, but it makes all the sense in the world. Some things are meant to be shut off from the world for a reason. Everything isn't a fucking DIY project. Because what are you trying to keep in with a double sealed door? There's only one thing that I can think of. But I'm gonna be following this creator's journey and making sure that I am there to bear the witness of her fucking around and finding out, because this is what it is. Like I said, no hate to her, but baby, if I would have found a whole other part of the house, I would have just sealed it back closed and sold the house.
Now you want to see some crazy shit? Check this out.
Vamos, começa a fazer o movimento, vamos. Oh, rapaz, deixa ele fazer as perguntas. Por que os dentes... Oh, fica mesmo aí. Por que os dentes saem? Quem? Fala algo. Já nasceste assim? Abre a boca, abre a boca. Abre, levanta o lábio, tudo aí. Abre a boca, quero ver lá o fundo dos maxilares, tudo. Vamos, vamos. Agora vai, faz a tua magia aí pra sair os dentes. Não vi bem, faz de novo.
You see that?
Faz, só mais uma vez, vamos.
And this guy's like videotaping it. He's like, this guy's recording it. And he's like, come on, show it to us. Show it to us. Show this ability that you have. And the boy's like, yeah, I'm not too sure if I should anyways. And then all of a sudden he does this bizarre thing. You can even hear the sound, the growling sound that he's making it. I'm not sure exactly why. Check this out. Oh my god. And all of a sudden he's like, he's a vampire, man. What the heck? Look at that. Look at that. And you can actually see. Do you see that? You can see inside his mouth with the teeth, the long teeth. It doesn't look like he's wearing some sort of fake teeth or anything like that. And then he...
Não vi bem, faz de novo.
Boom, it's gone. He's normal again. What? What? I mean, okay, so you're probably thinking the same thing I was thinking at first. You know, this is fake. He's not real. This is a joke or a prank or something like that, right? All right, so there's this...
On va faire chaud vampire pour nous. Ok, on va faire chaud vampire. On va vérifier dans le bouchon, on va ouvrir le bouchon bien large. Ou même carré, même. Oui. Ouvre.
See, nothing. Nothing inside his mouth.
So, ouvrir le bouchon, moi.
Normal person. Right, there's something going on in this place. He's laughing, he's happy. There's like hundreds of people around him. Gonna do a similar thing. There's these weird noises. And it's gone. No, it's not gone. And it's gone. What the heck? What's weird about this is that this is not the only video of this kind of occurrence. This guy in Angola, he has other videos where he shows this ability. Still, I'm not too sure what's going on here. What is your opinion? Are these guys hoaxers? Are they really good at what they're doing? Is it fake? How are they doing this? How does it just appear and disappear like that? And why are they able to show us inside their mouth while they're doing this? If it were to be some sort of fake teeth or something like that, it would be visible. And think about the people that are just next to it. Now, let's just do it again in slow motion. Pay very much attention to human teeth, pointy teeth, and human teeth. Pay very much attention. So it is obvious that whatever is happening here isn't normal. This is not a normal human being. The funny thing is, this is not pointed out in the video. It just goes on. And in the full video, this guy is just eating glass and talking about his life. Under the comment section, a lot of people went crazy and started commenting about the fact that his teeth changed format in the 11th, 12th, and 13th second. If this is done on purpose or whatever, it is really strange. Leave a comment. What do you think? Is this guy a reptilian? Does this really back up the theory?
Y'all heard about this? 121 bodies of African Americans have been found down in Florida under the MacDill Air Force Base, but also under the Robo apartment complex also. And there are other buildings sitting on top of cemeteries. My dad talked about this years ago, but nobody was listening. And now it's all coming to light. Right here, this is the Robo apartment complex, but everybody's moved out except for like 20 people, you know what I'm saying? But this sits on top of a cemetery site of our people. 121 bodies, and they're still searching for more. And they've only hit just a corner of what is a mass scale.
121 possible graves that MacDill believes is from the Port Tampa Cemetery, which was a segregation-era cemetery that went missing decades ago. I want you to take a look at this video. We took a drive on MacDill Air Force Base today where officials showed us the area of the discoveries, and you should be able to see that area on your screen right now. It's an open field, and they say over the last couple of years they have expanded their previous search to cover a larger area using everything from cadaver dogs and ground-penetrating radar to make these discoveries. They were making good on a promise that they made to the community to find whatever they could after they discovered there could be graves at the base.
We want to make things right. Obviously, we can't change what has happened in the past, but we want to work and make sure that all of those who have been laid to rest here get the dignity and respect that they deserve. We made that promise that we were going to look, and we're going to keep looking. We're not going to give up until we've made sure that we found everything that we possibly can.
And for MacDill, that means that they are not done searching yet. The base does plan to expand its search even further to make sure they are not missing any lost graves. And of course, all of this work builds on what happened a little bit more than 4 years ago when the Tampa Bay History Center first notified the base that there could be potential graves there. Of course, they did begin a search, but at that time, they only made about 11 possible discoveries.
Well, Emerald, you mentioned the Tampa Bay History Center here notifying MacDill in 2019, but we have to give credit where credit is due. You had a lot of information that added to the initial search as well.
Yes, absolutely. We were all looking at this federal document. It was called the Works Progress Administration. Of course, you may be familiar with those types of Depression-era documents. And it was a veterans grave registration. And it listed a bunch of different cemeteries across the Tampa Bay area, a lot of which many people had never heard of. And the Port Tampa Cemetery was one of those cemeteries. So, yes, we began immediately looking for death certificates, all sorts of things. And I even had a conversation with a woman who was in her 90s who says that she remembers actually seeing an open grave when the base was being constructed around the 1930s.
That is wild. Finally, people are being listened to. Finally, we're starting to figure out and find out our history. Finally, we're finding out about all the injustices that were done, especially to black and brown people in the military. Wow. Here's some more.
Sits down one-on-one with a researcher who uncovered possible new findings.
As Dave Kent coaches the baseball stars of the future, the former pro player reflects on what he recalls from the past.
I can see headstones all over the property, probably 200 or 300 headstones on that whole area.
He's talking about near the old Persimmon Hill Golf Course where he used to play, a golf course now covered by Pepin Distributors off East MLK in Tampa. Research suggests it was once part of a well-known cemetery in the area.
I want to know what happened to the gravesites.
So would Dr. Aaron Kimmerly.
So this wall is showing a map, basically, of all the sites.
Dr. Kimmerly is a forensic anthropologist at USF. Commissioners hired her back in 2020 to find erased, abandoned, and destroyed cemeteries related to county property, after a number of other discoveries under apartments, schools, and businesses. Today, she presented her latest findings.
There's 4 sites that we looked at that were related to county-owned properties. One of them is the Lewis Cemetery. It's a family burial ground out in the eastern part of the county.
This historic map shows the approximate location near Fishhawk Creek. Today, it's heavily wooded, making it hard to search.
The second is the Kearney Memorial Site, which is a known memorial site, but it was really what we call boundary issue. So a lot of the historic mapping showed it near, but in a different location.
But the other 2 raised bigger concerns.
We looked at a parcel of property that was sold from Myrtle Hill Cemetery.
The same location where Dave Kent says he remembers seeing graves near that old golf course.
At a point in time, there were over 55 acres of Myrtle Hill Cemetery that were sold and parceled out. A number of businesses have been since built on those different parcels, and there was an easement that is related to the road that falls to the county.
This map shows Myrtle Hill Cemetery today. You can see how much smaller it is compared to the historic maps of the past. Currently, Pepin Distributors sits on what was once marked as cemetery land. So does this family dollar.
The land deeds say that the land was a cemetery when it was initially sold.
And there's the Marty Colin Cemetery off Columbus Drive, where there have been reports about possible graves under a strip mall and the county road.
In the case of the Marty Cemetery, the question was, did they move the burials, not whether or not they were ever there in the first place?
Questions Kimberly hopes her updated research will help answer, so the county can help solve this grave dilemma.
There's a lot of innocents crying out from the ground. A whole lot. And we wonder why. People always wonder why. that ground was cursed. And there's a lot of it all over the United States. The grounds are cursed because the innocence is crying out. Wow.
The good old Nikki. Here I'm going to show you the biggest deception that has been fooling people for years.
Tragic story of Princess Nikki Minajita. She was a Cambodian Thai princess born in the 1920s who married King Tom Holland Vicori.
What's really going on? Have you seen that movie called Godsend? I'm starting to believe they've been telling us their agenda for the longest, but we always brush it off.
Might think that this is just a younger version of Taylor Swift, and that's just it. But despite their uncanny resemblance, this girl's name is actually Becky. There is a theory that Taylor Swift is the successful queen of a clone program, which sampled their DNA from this lady, Zena Shrek, the former high priestess of the Church of Satan. See the resemblance? Shrek was a pop star and the high priestess of the Church of Satan till 1990, and coincidentally, Taylor Swift was born in 1989. Both Taylor and Zena used serpents as their symbols and have similar successful careers crossing over from country to pop music, leading many to believe that Taylor Swift was created to take over where Zena left off. That's why I think.
You have a lot of great fans out there, and what they do is they find old paintings and old pictures from like the 1500s of dudes that look like you. So they just think that you've been on the earth since you've just been around. There's just different generations. I just wanted to show you, just in case.
What the hell going on?
Men try to set their own appointment.
Babe,
What?
the doctor's asking for my DOB. What is it?
The hell is a dob?
It said DOB. I don't know. What is that?
You mean your date of birth?
Oh, the day I was born?
The hell?
Okay, hold on. You there? Yeah, it was a Saturday.
Oh my God.
$50.
I'm not giving you $50.
Why? Because Father, you give $50.
No.
Alright, y'all. The video has come to a close. You know, technically, I'm supposed to say that at the very end, but I just can't help myself. But yeah, y'all, that's the end of the video. That tickled me, like, bro, because at first I was like, dang, what happened to kids just asking for $1, fam? But then I had to realize that not in today's economy. It's the fact that she said what you can't afford. She could barely pronounce afford. But she was so serious. Let me get $50. That was too cute. But yeah, you guys, I don't have anything else for you. And love and light to every last one of you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or night or whatever. And until the next video, peace out.